So, alongside the David Lean Volume 1 box set, we also have another box set from Imprint that has been recently released, and it is Laurence Olivier's Shakespeare Trilogy. Yeah, I can't say that I'm all that knowledgeable at Shakespeare, in film or otherwise. I think the only film that I've seen that really is heavily influenced by Shakespeare is Theatre of Blood, starring Vincent Price, and that's literally because he kills people in that film in the manner in which they are killed in the plays of Shakespeare. Yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing this, especially since I am kind of into my, you know, period dramas or anything, or whichever genre you can really call these in. But yeah, I am also a fan of Laurence Olivier. Obviously, he would go on to do even more than just this, but I recently saw him in a film called The Entertainer, which was really rather excellent, especially due to his performance. And yeah, looking forward to seeing each of these films, to be honest, even though I think some of them are quite lengthy. So let's just quickly look at the box artwork for first. So yeah, Laurence Olivier in three different roles there in three different films. Also, he directs as well. And there's a reverse. So the quote on the top is, "I'd like people to remember me for a diligent expert workman. I think a poet is a workman. I think Shakespeare was a workman." And then we have the side. Right, so the first film is Henry V from 1944. So quite a brave thing to be doing considering the period that this is obviously made in, during World War II. And to bring out a 2 hour 16, period drama is obviously probably not exactly what everyone would have wanted at the time, but still. So, insulted by the French court, Henry V, the arrogant young king of England, declares war on France. But when the English troops suffered devastating casualties, young King Henry realizes that there is more to leadership than royal pride. I guess based on that synopsis, you could see why it was made during World War II, because that does sound, eerily reminiscent of what was going on at the time. Because obviously, we were losing loads of troops in World War II. We were on the back foot for a great many years. Yeah, does sound kind of eerily reminiscent of the time that it is actually made in, even if it's set hundreds of years beforehand. Then we also have from 1948 Hamlet. Yeah, this is 2 hours 33. So again, another 2.5 hour plus film. Laurence Olivier would be obviously known for his epics, directing or otherwise. It seems fitting that he'd be doing these kind of lengthy films. Yeah, the King of Denmark suddenly dies and he's succeeded by his brother Claudius, who hastily takes the king's widow as his bride. Hamlet, the king's son and rightful heir, believes his father was murdered by Claudius in a plot with his mother to seize the throne. Hamlet swears to avenge his father's death after a ghostly revelation where it is revealed that his suspicions are correct. Yeah, looking forward to that one. It does obviously Shakespeare has obviously influenced a great many films, whether not directly or not. Yeah, it does sound somewhat similar to perhaps Gladiator in some regards. A lot of stabbing and trying to gain power through nefarious means. And then finally, from 1955, so the newest of the bunch, clocking at 2 hours 39. So also the longest of the bunch by 6 minutes, and it is 1955's Richard III. So this has quite the stacked cast by the looks of it. I don't know everybody off the top of my head, but I definitely know of Cedric Hardwicke, Stanley Baker, and obviously Laurence Olivier himself, who's in this. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. Yeah, Richard's military cunning and skill have placed his brother Edward on the throne of England. Richard, however, burns with jealousy and resentment at his brother's success as a result of his toils and devises a lengthy and meticulously planned scheme to place himself on the throne, a scheme that reaps both rewards and tumultuous consequences for him and for England. So this has a whole heap of extras on it. Um, and yeah, like the other two films, it's also had a 4K restoration. So, unlike, say, the David Lean box set, which does seem to have some restoration to it, they aren't restored from 4K, scans or anything like that. Yeah, does seem like they've put a great deal of effort into this one in terms of the films themselves, even if there's only three compared to the six of that other box set that we've already looked at. Yeah, but yeah, looks all three sound really rather good, to be honest. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting into film versions of Shakespeare's work because, like I said, not seen too much films that are directly inspired by his famous plays. So yeah, but nonetheless, if you have seen any of these films, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. There will be a review of each individual film, just like there will be for the David Lean box set, and I know that is 9 films, but you know it's well worth it, I feel. But nonetheless, if you have seen any of them, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them because I am really interested to see what other people think of these films, especially given they are quite lengthy and that can turn some people off. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.